Hello everyone, you can call me Bartlewolf, and today we are looking at the Bradygames guide for Chrono Cross. Obviously. I figured since the recent releases of the remasters for Chrono Cross, we'd look at the guide for the original version. Now, admittedly, my guide's definitely seen better days, but I still find it has value in it. So, let's take a look, shall we? Introduction chapter. But here we go, explaining the various mechanics, such, equipping your characters, stamina, general strategy, and here we get to the character pages. Now, interesting enough, they actually, these stats in the bios are actually from the game stuff if you actually look at the actual in-game statistics. And you'll notice that most characters in this game are, quite frankly, severely underweight for their heights and ages. But I honestly don't wonder if, though even looking at them, they don't really look as emaciated as their bios would suggest. Well, okay, maybe Scully, but even then him. But so it makes me wonder either that we're in the world of Chrono Trigger and Cross, that gravity is actually lower, paper just weigh less. But yeah, the character pages give you the basics and the stuff for their inits, their standard elements, their unique tech skills, as well as how their standard attacks for the various accuracies, weak, normal, and fierce play out. Also, as you see, you have various recruiting shows where you can recruit these characters. Glenn himself being one of the more infamous characters to recruit, because since he's so highly valued. And near the end of this character guide, you have the lists for people who have double techs and triple techs, and what they're compatible and what they result in. For example, again, Surge and Glenn combine their level 3 techs in order to make Cross Strike. Now, the other ones, see, though unfortunately, most of the time you're not going to end up using most of these skills, depending on which way you build your team is the problem. And especially triple techs, because you only have 2, and you can only get the second skill at a New Game Plus. Inside we have the various listings for equipment, key items, and we get to explaining that of elements. That's the magic of the setting. Well, sort of magic. You equip elements to your character in the various grids they have. Most elements are once a use, except for the consumable elements, much like this. Most obvious one is the tablet element right here. You can set up to 5 of those to a bar. Use them multiple times in battle, though they don't replenish after battle. Well, normal elements do. Now, one thing I do appreciate about this guide in particular is that it actually avoids spoiling the big twist that happens around the halfway into the game. Even though it tells you the twist happens, and it still explains things that happen after, but doesn't tell you what the actual twist is. And the dedication to that, especially continuing into the screenshots, I find is quite admirable. So, kudos to the authors, Dan Burlow and Ken Schmidt, for that. At the end, we get to the end of things. We get to it's important to most guides for role-playing games, the bestiary, where it shows you in this case, an alphabetized showing of stats, images, and names, as well as what you can steal and how rare it is to steal from them, your items. And also, nice little touches showing the different stats for the different worlds when you're in them for the dual world mechanic in the game. And something I appreciate more nowadays is the fact they took the time to actually get all of the all the various maps in the game registered here in the back pages. Each map for each area in chronological order of reaching it, at least for the main areas, or when you can first reach it. Chrono Cross really had quite the varied and lush scenery, didn't it? Yeah, I'm glad to see it back in its remastered form. Now, one thing you'll see on these old guides, especially, were these advertisements for games, usually related to the same company that makes them, such as this advertisement for Final Fantasy IX, also done by Squaresoft. Now, Square Enix, most people will know. And of course, we have this upcoming ad for for Parasite Eve 2. Well, I believe that covers everything, so I hope you folks enjoyed that, and let's just get one good shot of the cover before we call it a day, and thank you for coming to see this, and good day.